Are you an addict? Don't swipe up, I know you are. I'm not talking about just drugs. Well, you don't really have to be completely honest. Usually if you have an addiction, it's a vice. And reason if you have a vice is because there's something wrong. And no, I'm not saying there's something wrong with you, but I'm saying at some point, you had something enacted upon you that negatively reflected your self-worth, your emotions, or your mental state. And it actually permanently affected your subconscious. So that's why we have these dopamine-seeking behavior. An addiction can be anything. It can be lack of moderation of anything. It could be too much drugs, too much alcohol, too much sugar, too much caffeine, most of which can kill you. Then there's the really powerful one that's pushed by America like it's hot and it's going out of style, sex, lust. Once again, nothing wrong with sex. Lust is entirely different. And you know I'm absolutely right, that's why you're still here. Lust only exists because there's an absence of something that happened in your life. Whether it was your mother not loving you correctly, someone breaking you. There is a root cause to all forms of illnesses, mental, addiction, and sickness. That's what they're not teaching you. You know why? Because that's something that's hard to sell. And me personally, I don't really care that much about finances. I'm not a materialistic person, and I understand that I would rather help people because that brings gratification to me. That brings me dopamine. My dopamine-seeking behavior is healing the world. Or at least attempting to, for those that want to listen. So how do you actually replace an addiction? Well, you honestly can turn anything into heroin. If you've been following me for a while, you'll probably notice that I turned art into heroin for a few years. There's a reason. I'm here to inform you that magic is real. And no, I don't mean like I'm gonna start shooting lightning out of my eyeballs, that's horseshit. Alchemy. What must be sacrificed to receive. I did that as an exercise to see if I could break myself of my other hobbies, my other habits, the things that weren't serving me, like masturbation, every day, drugs, every day. On that note, when you do drugs, you are not connecting with one another. I don't think people really understand this. You're only connecting with other people that are on drugs, and they're not actually listening to you. Because that's what drugs do. They disconnect humanity. As somebody that has been a long-time user, they disconnect humanity. So how do you fix this? Well, it's pretty easy. You just have to take a really shitty habit, like drugs, and replace it with something like push-ups. Every time you want to do something like that, do some push-ups. But wait, THD, I'm physically weak, like a shrimp. Well, that's okay too. Find a craft. Find something that brings you peace and joy. Something that you can enact at a given moment. Because those urges sneak up on you and you need to learn how to control them. And the more that you learn how to control them, the more you master your own mind. And when you master your own mind, you stop having all these negative thoughts. And when you stop having negative thoughts, you destroy the anxiety in your brain. And when the anxiety dissipates, you start to control your own reality. Yes, it's that simple. Fix yourself, you'll fix the world, and in turn, you'll fix your life. So really, if you have a dopamine-seeking behavior, which is all an addiction is, it's an unfillable void because there's something broken within. You can't fix that thing that is broken within you until you learn to look within. And you can't look within until you learn discipline of oneself. When you learn discipline of oneself, you rewire your mind. When you rewire your mind, you're at a state where you can look within. And when you can look within, you can actually fix what's wrong. And when you fix what's wrong, you have peace. There you go. I just cracked the code to a happy life. It's not money, guys. It's peace. It's family. And it's love. And it's something that's long forgotten in this fucked up world.